What time is it? Jesus Christ, it's too early for this. Oh hey, didn't notice you there. Hello, my name's NotJurnalistVr. I'm a builder within Radium. So today, in today's video, we're gonna go over Tube. Tube is a very big part of building within Radium / Recourse, however you want to put it. I don't really care. Tube is quite hard to use until you get the hang of it, you know, because Coolio, if you don't know how to use something, you're not going to be really good at it. So today I'm going to go over a couple of features. I'm going to go over how to use Tube assets, how to use Tube effectively, how to optimize it as much as possible, and I'm going to build something to show you what you guys can do with Tube. Let's move over to the facets corner. Alright, so I'm going to go over a couple of facets you're going to need to use. You know, it's kind of like basically your tube settings. It's going to determine how well optimized your tube is. It's going to determine the shape, and it's going to determine how well you can use it basically. It has a lot of uses. I'll go over them. So here we have the facet board. Let me just bring this closer. Right. So the facets you will have access to in the maker pen are 10, 6, 5, 4, and 3. So basically how it works is basically the lower a facet you go, the lower poly it becomes, and I guess more optimized. So 10, I'd personally use this for like chairs, you know, chairs, tables, all that for like an outline. It's pretty good. 6, I don't use that for anything, I don't know why, but it's still pretty good to use if you're making something hexagonal. We've got 5. I never use this, but you guys can use it. 4. I use this a lot for like outlines, you know, kind of like outlining chairs again, like making couches like this one behind me that I made. And then 3 is just a low poly piece of tube. There's not really any other way to explain it. Alright, so that's basically your facets explained. Now I'm going to actually go into the maker pen and show you how to access your tube settings and how to use them effectively. So if you just bear with me for a single moment, just FOE. So when you've got your maker pen, you want to flip it up like this, then you want to open palette. Once you have your palette open, you want to head to the settings icon. Then, I mean, you obviously have to have tube selected first. Once you go to your settings icon, you go to the second page, and then this is your tube, you know, settings. So you have your tube size. This changes the size of your tube accordingly. Now, as you can see, it gets bigger and it gets smaller, further, and the larger I move up the scale. Your height ratio is basically how thick your tube is, how thick it's going to be. So if it's like that, it's going to be quite thin. Same thing as this, it's just gonna, it's gonna scale 100%, it's gonna be the full tube length. Then you have your tube facets. I just went over them. You can select your tube facet from this area, got your different tube sizes and stuff, pretty cool. You got drag select. Basically drag select, I have no idea what that does, but I'll figure it out eventually. Smooth tube. Smooth tube is pretty useful for if you're making like horror characters, if you want to make limbs that are meant to be like humanly accurate, you can use that for elbow joints and it'll look a lot smoother on people's screens. You got show pivot, that will show you the actual pivot of the tube. So you can see, I can see the pivot there. Basically that just, tube pivots are actually the parts you can move in and out to scale the tube as well. So if you're not happy with a piece of tube, don't worry, you're not stuck with it. You can just move that any way you want. Then you have connect nearby tubes. This is very useful in my opinion. So as I said, I made that couch. If you're making a couch, you can or if you're making anything else, it'll automatically connect the tube. So it's all connected instead of not connecting. Oh wait. Instead of not connecting, which looks kind of raggedy. Thank you for watching this video, guys. I'll come back at you with more tutorials. Remember, guys, if you want to add me on Rec Room, My rec room is at NotJurnalistVr. Same on the Discord if you need to contact me for anything. Feel free. Leave a comment on this video. Subscribe. If you have any more tutorials you would like to see from me, just leave it down in the comment section and I'll try to get to it. And hopefully you guys can learn new things. Remember, Radium's the best. Stay creative, and I'm out.